What's going on, everybody? Chris Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live tonight. I don't know what happened. It was live streaming, but something happened. I'm still getting used to this new app, as the other one I had was just acting like crap. It's straight up. So, but got some stuff I want to talk about tonight. Got some Alabama home and home series. We got some home and home to talk about. And some Q&A, your questions, my answers, if you want to hop in. I'm still trying to work on this app a little bit. I don't know. Let's see who we got in here. What's up, Atypical Gump, says Ballard. What's up? What's up, Gump? So, but got some home and homes that Alabama has recently scheduled, or I don't know. The only one I've seen truly recently is Ohio State. Ohio State, that is. Us at 27 and 28, 2027, 2028. So that'll be in like 7-8 years from now. We have coming up, Alabama's got USF in like 2023 and 2024. Let's see. I'll have to go and look down the list, but they've got Wisconsin scheduled. They got Ohio State. They got USF. They've scheduled Virginia Tech, I think, somewhere in 2030 something. They got, I think I already said Wisconsin. I'm trying to think. Oklahoma at some point. Atypical Gump, Ballard, Athlon P. What? Oops, I'll type it right next time. I'm not sure what you're trying to get at and type Atypical Gump. But thanks for showing up tonight, man. How you been? But Alabama's got quite a few home and homes scheduled. Now, we don't know what these teams are going to look like in 20 years when we play them, or, however long this is, in the next decade. We don't know what Oklahoma's going to look like. We don't know what Bama's going to look like in 2027 or whatever. I think Saban's contract is pretty much up in like 2025. Will he still be the coach there? Maybe, maybe not. I don't see him retiring. I think as long as he's got breath in him, he's still going to be the coach at Alabama. He's still at least going to be coaching football somewhere. But we'll see what happens with it. Good Q&A, so feel free to type in the chat. It says no one's watching, but even though it says that, Atypical Gump has still been typing in the comments, but having a good summer so far in Alabama. Can't really do a whole lot because of this virus. I mean, it's shutting stuff down. But getting some good time on the lake. But spent some time helping my grandfather out today. Grandparents are trying to build a house on the lake. Spent some time helping out with that a little bit, getting stuff ready. So. Do me a favor, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. This is cool. I can choose filters and stuff. What is all this? Oh, heck yeah. This is cool. I'm going to get used to this. So, I'd mentioned Q&A. Got any questions? Let me know. Giants Alliance, what's going on, man? How you doing? Says, hey, man. Hey, man. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for showing up in the stream tonight. Doing some Q&A, talking whatever. What are your summer plans? I know stuff's supposed to be opening up, but the second wave of COVID's coming in the fall, and it's coming, sooner than we think, says Dr. Fauci. I'm not buying into it. I'm really not buying into this virus. I'm just going to, straight up. Now, I know you're going to sit there and say, you mean to tell me this virus that's been killing many, many people that we've been dealing with all year long? I don't know what's real anymore, man. I really don't. It just is what it is. They're having a Trump rally in Oklahoma right now. Watch the numbers barely go up because of this rally. I mean, if the President of the United States is having a rally and letting a bunch of people at the rally, and they're so close together. I haven't seen, I was watching the rally, it's still going on. I haven't seen anyone with the mask on. Straight up. Why is it doing that? I'm not buying it. I think it's all just fake and it's a hoax, right? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that there's literally nothing. I just think it's ridiculous. But, that makes sense. Made attendees sign a waiver that they wouldn't sue if they get coronavirus. That would make sense then. Which 4 teams make the college football playoffs? Talking about 2020. Clemson, Bama, Ohio State, and then the 4th one's kind of a toss-up. I don't know. I really hope Penn State does really well. Got some Penn State family members, love them to death, and I like Penn State too. I want to see James Franklin do something great with the team and the program. I hope they can make it at some point. But I think going with my gut, though, and I'll put a bowl game preview video out pretty soon. I'm predicting like New Year's 6 bowls or whatever. I'll put that video out soon. I still haven't made it yet, but I got the teams picked out who I think preseason will make what bowl games. Gonna do the Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, Sugar and Rose Bowl. Those two, the Sugar and the Rose, will be the semifinals. The Outback Bowl, the Citrus Bowl. The New Year's Day games that we've seen. Not like the Belk Bowl or whatever. I'm not going to get every single bowl game, but I think, there are some teams to look out for. Georgia's actually going to be a contender this year. I didn't see them as a contender last year. Say whatever you want about Kirby Smart and his recruiting defensively. Yes, I get that. I didn't see a contender last year in Georgia. Oh, well, they won the East. Yeah, they lost to LSU, but I mean, it's LSU. You saw what they did after they won the SEC. They lost to South Carolina in double overtime at home. A South Carolina team that ended up going like 5-7, 4-8. This was at home in Athens in double overtime. Jake Fromm did not impress me. Jake Fromm is not impressive to me at all whatsoever. Not at all. And the comment he made a couple weeks ago, the heck out of here with that. Their defense is impressive. Kirby Smart's got to work on offense, though. But, yeah, I would probably say Clemson's a lock. Bama's pretty much a lock. A favorite to win the SEC. Ohio State. Oklahoma pretty much for the Big 12, I guess. We'll have to see how Lincoln Riley handles working with a somewhat inexperienced quarterback in Spencer Rattler, if that is the guy. Um, we'll have to see what that looks like, though. But let's see. Atypical Gump, Ballard question. Athlon College preview on sale now at a newsstand near you. Predicts Florida winning the East over Georgia. Will that be the case? Yes. Yeah, I think if there's any year Dan Mullen finally wins the East with Florida and Florida gets over that hump of trying to beat Georgia, I think if it happens at any point, it's got to be this year. You have a lot coming back if you're Florida. Receivers, defensively, Kyle Trask is a great quarterback. Now, he's not elite level, but he's serviceable, kind of like Mac Jones. It's one of those, if you need him, he's there. Now, I get that he took over for Felipe Franks, and he actually started a lot more games last year than you look at, like Mac Jones at Alabama, where he only had to start 2 or 3 games for Alabama, maybe 4 or whatever. Whereas Kyle Trask had a little bit more time as a starter for his team, but they're serviceable. You look at both of those guys; they got a really good arm, especially a guy like Kyle Trask, who I'm trying to focus on. I think he could be the guy for Florida. And people like to call him Kyle Trash because he's trash or whatever. He's not terrible. He's not elite quite yet, but he could get there, I think. The heck? Hold on. Am I still live? Looks like it. Just trying something out. I don't know if you guys heard that music, but yeah, I think Florida's chances for the East this year are really good. Really good. Like, people want to make Georgia the favorite. I got Florida the favorite, and I got Bama the favorite for the West. So hopefully we get a good old-fashioned Gators and Tide in Atlanta like we've seen before quite a few times and all that. So we'll see what happens. But so I just saw a lightning bug. I wish we got those in Florida, man. Lightning bugs are cool to see at night. I went up to Pennsylvania a few years ago. My brother, my mom, me, and then some friends of ours who have family up there. We kind of did like a road trip. South Carolina to visit my family, and then Pennsylvania to see their family. Man, they got so many lightning bugs up there in Pennsylvania. It's not even a joke, man. There's a ton of them. I never, ever see any back home at Florida any time of the year. But you come up here, you can see some. They're you got to go to the right spot. But I've seen a couple here at nighttime since I've been up here. But yeah, I hope we get a football season. I'm certain that we get a football season, whether they want to play it in the spring or not. I think people are overreacting over this. I think it's ridiculous, and I think it's just getting crazy. So, not sure if anyone is still watching, but feel free to type in the chat. Happy to answer any questions, read some comments and stuff like that. Some more, I'll try to work, if I can, on some more preview videos. I've done quite a few teams, probably like 20 already. And I got a couple more that I want to work on. I made a, what was the Bama video where I said they were going to be mad or in 2020 or whatever, or I don't know what it was, using audio, or not audio clips, but, clips, trying to make stuff look more professional, and all that stuff. Try to work on that. I'll definitely do some NFL draft stuff 2021. I almost made a highlight video and talked about Najee Harris the other day, but I'm like, let's wait a little bit, till after this season so we can get some senior highlights in and all that for some of these guys, because some guys returning. Man, I'm excited. 2021, you thought 2020 was a good draft. 2021 is going to be great too, man. I'm looking forward to it. So I also been doing some college stuff online too. Got into college, going to try to be a sportscaster. That's the whole point of my channel. I'm going to start in the fall. I'm very excited. Kind of nervous, but I'm going to do great, man. I'm the best. Take pride in it, man. Just tell yourself you're the best. And so I'll start in the fall, and obviously schedule change to this. We'll have to see what happens, but I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, at least. But let me catch up. Atypical Gump. Aside from folks sleeping on Alabama's defense this season, let them sleep. Yeah, doubt us. I think many underestimate the improvement of QB. I think many underestimate the improvement a QB can make in a year. I expect Mac Jones to have a breakout year. What do you think about the previous comment? I agree. I think he can have a breakout year. Now, I expect Bryce Young to take over at some point. But at the same time, I really hope Mac Jones just lights it up. I think that he put up two numbers against an Auburn defense. That's how I like to look at it. An Auburn defense that had Marlon Davidson, Nick Coe, Derek Brown. These guys are now in the NFL, and they're going to be great players. I think that Mac Jones is serviceable, not so mobile. I mean, he can stand back there in the pocket and deliver the football downfield to a guy like Judy or Waddle or whoever, right, that we've seen recently at the receiver position for Bama. Is he going to be the best in football next year? I would hope so. I would like to see that. Obviously, I don't think he will be. He's not Justin Fields. He's not Trevor Lawrence. But I honestly think he has the potential to be that good. He was, now, if you look in the draftnetwork.com, you go to his player profile, they have him down as a 4-star, I think, but I'm pretty sure he was a 3-star athlete when he was recruited by Alabama. But I expect him to have a breakout year. I think he's going to be good. And, if you thought he was pretty good late in the year last year, you ain't seen nothing yet from him. Now, I also hope, and here's where I'm just like, oh, man. Because on one hand, I want Mac Jones to be that guy to help us win a title. Help Alabama win a title. I'm trying to get better at being a sportscaster. I try not to say we and us and all that with Alabama because I'm trying to be professional here. But let me try that again. I want to see Mac Jones help Alabama win a title. Um, I want him to be that guy for the team, right? That can have a breakout year, that can lead the Crimson Tide to a national title and put up great numbers. At the same time, though, I kind of want to see Bryce Young for Alabama next year as a freshman do, what Trevor Lawrence did a few years ago for Clemson. And you can only have one guy, right? So that's where it's tough. I want Mac Jones to be the guy for Alabama, and I think he can be. He most likely will be, but he's got to step up his game because Bryce Young's really talented, really talented. He's got to step it up, man. He's got to compete with the new guy, and. I think he can do it, but at some point, Nick Saban has to make a decision. Is Bryce Young proving himself enough that I want to put him in over the guy that has been waiting 3 years for his opportunity? So that's my thoughts on that. I guess I mean, I want Mac Jones to be that guy, but at the same time, I kind of want Bryce Young to do it as a freshman, but, I'm happy either way, whatever happens with Alabama. So we'll just have to wait and see. Still got anyone in here? Atypical Gump, you still in here, man? Says someone's watching. I don't know who it is, though. But so anyway, I can't even, man. I haven't even been up here 1 month yet. I'm up here the whole summer, but I've been up here at least, I guess, 1 month, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe not quite a whole month yet, but because I got here. It's today, 5th, the 8th? I think I got here the 8th, or the 1st? Maybe it was like the 8th or something, but it's been a couple weeks. Ballard, Alabama has 4 of the 5 O-line returning. Mac may not have to be that mobile. Yeah, our O-line's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. And I get what you're saying there, too. Having to escape from defenders because the O-line can do a good job. I would agree with that. But if he does choose to make a good play to pick up some yardage or whatever, he could definitely do that, and I think he's very capable of doing that. But yeah, he probably won't have to escape that much. I mean, unless we're going up against a true defense, maybe like Georgia, or if we meet up with them, Clemson. I think Clemson's actually going to have a defense this year. I really think that. Losing guys like Wilkins and Farrell and Bryant last year, not having them last year really kind of held them back on defense. I think. I mean, they looked all right, but I mean, ACC, right? But once they hit, I mean, LSU put 40 up on them. I mean, what? Come on. Anyway. I'm not sure if this will be like the other app where I can view stuff on my phone and it still be live. Man, it's been a long day. Let's see here. But yeah, Bama's going to be good. Florida's going to be good. The SEC is going to be good. LSU's taking a step back. I mean, they're not going to be what they were last year, but they could compete. Maybe they do. I mean, maybe they have a chance to, win the West again. I would probably say they have a fair chance, but don't expect them to at least be what they were last year with Burrow and Edwards-Helaire, Joe Brady, and all them. But say one. Let's see. So, but anyway. I'm gonna try to see what I can do about the foul out, which is my live baseball stream. Haven't done that in a while, a couple months. Haven't done off the court, which is basketball, in a while. But I'm gonna try to get back to that as the sports start back up, if they do. You can expect a lot of changes coming in the next few months and going forward. I'm trying to, I don't know. I have to figure something out, maybe a weekly show or whatever, where I get people on. Now, again, I go to school in the fall. I'm going to have to see what, it looks like with my schedule, but I think a lot's going to change. Might be just weekends or something, but we'll have to see what happens. But hopefully I don't have to go away for a super long time or whatever. But let's see. With that O-line, Najee Harris, Mr. Robinson, and Trey Sanders as running backs, what percentage of the time do you think they will throw the ball? I'm done with my questions for today. Well, I appreciate all your questions, Atypical Gump. I think you can really expect them to get back to the ground and pound, run first, RPO type of offense that we've always seen from Nick Saban, which changed when Tua came along because he can throw the ball, and that's all Tua could do was throw the ball. So that's all. That's really all we did Now, you could sit there and say, oh, he's mobile, he can run too, but, I mean, come on. His arm is a lot better than his legs. But I would say maybe it's a slow transition. Maybe getting back to running the ball. I think Najee Harris will have a breakout year this year as a senior running back. I'll do a draft. I want to do some draft profiles next year after the football season. I almost made a Najee Harris draft profile video for the 2021 draft or whatever. But I'm like, no, if he's returning, why not wait until after? Because a lot could still happen between now and then. But I expect Najee Harris to get a really good breakout year this year. Maybe you see a guy like Trey Sanders pop in here and there. Brian Robinson, I think, is eligible for the draft too. He might come back, though, after Najee Harris leaves. Because I'm pretty sure Brian Robinson's a junior this year. He's in the position Najee Harris was in last year, I think. I'm a junior. Do I go out for the draft? Najee Harris came back. I think we can expect Brian Robinson to come back. I think he gets some playing time here or there. Brian Robinson's like running back 2 for us. He's backup. He'll get some playing time. I think. I would hope a guy like Trey Sanders. Alabama recruited him a couple years ago. 5-star recruit from where's he from? I'll have to look at it. But they recruited him a year or two ago. He got hurt. He didn't play, which was disappointing because I saw his high school highlights and I'm like, holy crap, this kid can run. But I would expect Alabama gets back to running the football, creating with RPOs like they've done in the past when McCarron was a quarterback, even though he threw the ball well to guys like Amari Cooper. They still gave the ball to guys like Trent Richardson and Yeldon and Ingram and Derrick Henry and all them. So, but expect probably 85% of the time, maybe even 90% of the time, maybe Najee Harris is the guy running it for Alabama, and they get back to the ground and pound offense that we're used to seeing from Alabama. We'll have to see, but I expect them to get back to running the ball. And I would say, to answer your question, Atypical Gump, maybe, I don't know, maybe 40% of the time they're throwing the ball. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe 50-50. Let's stick to 50-50 because they'll still have Devontae Smith coming back. He didn't go to the draft like people thought he would. Jalen Waddle. There's, I don't have to look at it, but there's a couple receivers they've recruited recently. But let's see. Not sure who's watching. It says 2 people, but feel free to type in the chat. But anyway, Alabama's going to get back to the ground and pound offense that we've seen in the past. They're going to get back to that this year, I would assume. But expect Mac Jones to air the football out, and Bryce Young, if he plays or starts or whatever, sorry, long day, kind of tired. But they will, let's see, they will, they'll run the ball, they'll throw it too, so, but they'll get back to the ground and pound. IMG, if my defective memory serves. What? Oh, are you talking about Trey Sanders? Oh, when I said I wasn't sure where he was from. Is that what you were talking about, Atypical Gump? Or are you talking about something else that I probably missed? That might sound about right, though. IMG Academy or whatever they call it. But I've already been on here 35 minutes. Wow. So, but I'll do some more college football preview videos pretty soon. Still got some teams I want to look at. Kentucky, Wisconsin, Michigan. You know, there's a few teams I still want to look at. Some ACC teams, maybe like North Carolina. Let's see. Mechie. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the receiver, John Mechie. Yeah. He's good. He could have a breakout year if they put him on the field, I think. But yeah, I'll do some more preview videos. I'll try. We still got maybe count it 3 months, 2.5 till the football season. I'm gonna try my best to get cracking on these, and I mean, it's not like I got 100,000 of them, but maybe like 10 or 12 different teams that I have still that I haven't done yet. But and if I don't end up doing them all, then it is what it is. I mean, at least I had I had the ones I already did, but you know, being up here with family and everything, it kind of takes time away from doing stuff like this, I guess. So family is important, but okay. Oh, okay. You were talking about Trey Sanders. That's right. Yeah. What time is it? 9 o'clock already? I really don't have much else. I mean, unless you guys just want to sit here and chat, I guess. But I'm running out of stuff to talk about. But expect a team like Clemson to make the playoffs. Bama, Georgia's in the mix. Oklahoma, Ohio State. Man, I love these home and homes that Alabama is scheduling. I can't wait in like 20 years. Or, well, no, because it's in 2020s or something. In this decade, I think, is when we scheduled them. But you schedule these teams quite a few years in advance. So, but, man, I can't wait to see Bama, Ohio State. Bama scheduled USF in Tampa and in Tuscaloosa. Now, I don't know where I'm going to be living at that time. That's sometime in like 2030 or whatever, 2026 or 7. I don't know. It's hard to keep up when they keep scheduling these teams. It's hard to keep up with who they scheduled and when, they scheduled them for. But I don't know. Hopefully I can go to something like a USF Bama game or whatever. There's quite a few good ones. But teams like Western Carolina, like they played last year, that's not going to help a playoff resume or anything. That proves nothing. Anyone could beat Western Carolina. That's worse than a high school team. That's like pee-wee football right there, dude. Shavers in the transfer portal. Maybe Mitchie's very good. Yeah. You talk about the Tyrell Shavers or whatever his name is that just transferred or entered the transfer portal. He hasn't really gone anywhere yet, but yeah, I think you might be right there. Atypical Gump. Mechie's good, man. Mechie's good. I mean, why would not? How come both of those guys wouldn't be starting wide receivers? I mean, I get Devontae and Jalen Waddle, but who else do we have returning outside of those guys that you mentioned, and then Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle? Who else do we have? I don't know, because Henry Ruggs is gone. Judy's gone. I'm done. Sometimes I lurk. Sometimes I comment. Yeah, I get it, man. I got you. Just kind of sitting back and waiting for the opportunity to just, hey, I got something. I got you. It's cool. Anyway, yeah. Well, it's about 9:05 here in Alabama. I'm not quite ready to go to bed or anything, but I've been on here for quite a while. I'm running out of stuff to talk about at the moment, but I appreciate Atypical Gump and Giants Alliance for showing up tonight in the comments, doing some Q&A and talking some football, some Alabama football. Man, I want baseball back. You see where they cut it down. They want to play like 50 or 60 games, only a few, and shorten it. Because, I mean, October is when they have the World Series, right? Late October. So spring training should have been over a long time ago. The season was supposed to actually start in March. That didn't happen. They couldn't even finish spring training before they cut it off. You should be talking about playoff teams by now. You should be saying, well, the Yankees are pretty much a lock, or, the Reds, or the Cubs, or the Dodgers, we don't even have that at the moment. It's getting crazy, man. But hopefully all this can go away soon. I know we keep saying that, but with it dying down, but it's just the fall virus that they're predicting is just, they're predicting it to come, like every day it's like we're getting closer and closer to it. Maybe it's getting closer to today, like it could come sooner than we thought. But I don't know, it is what it is. Just gotta keep praying and hoping that it can go away. But anyway, so I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. I think I'm going to go ahead and get off. Had a long day. I'm tired. I've been on here for quite some time. But appreciate Atypical Gump, Giants Alliance for showing up tonight in the comments. Really do appreciate you guys for stopping in tonight. Had a long day. Kind of tired. What did I do? I helped install doorknobs and locks on my grandparents' lake house that they're building. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get off. Thanks so much for stopping in. Really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Comments always appreciated. Feel free to watch anything that you missed in the stream. Watch it from the beginning to the end, whatever you choose to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching and tuning in tonight, and I will see you guys next time. Till then, Ballard Sports Media. Checking out. Y'all have a good one. Roll Tide.